What's going on, car guys and car gals? It's Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
It's Fred Lennartz, subprime hero.
And we are Brewing Solutions at the PureCars booth. And we are excited to be brewing solutions with this solutionary from PureCars, the one,
the only,
Jose Gomez. What's going
how are
on?
you?
I'm excited to have a Latin brother on the show.
Yeah,
Let's
appreciate
go.
you. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks so much. Yeah.
And your energy before we even got on the camera, I was excited to get you here. I know that you're pumped up about the show. I know you're pumped up about what you do. The automotive industry is great, and having people with you with that type of energy makes it even better, brother. So awesome to see you today.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. Excited about where I think where the automotive industry is going in terms of just the trajectory to be able to tell a really good story with data. And obviously, you guys are the experts of it to understand what the marketplace is looking for, and having a solution to be able to say, hey, we got it, we have it here, and everyone obviously is prepping for a good show. And obviously, the storm and all that has put some stuff into and make it harder, but we're still passionate about it and we want to share it with everybody.
Oh,
so that's good.
I love that. And I love that you're passionate about a product like this. I mean, but the thing I love about what's going on here is like, you all don't rest on your laurels. Like every year that we've come here and worked with you all, there's always some really great announcements to make, whether it's a new partnership, whether it's AI technology like you guys are talking about this year, which is a big step for you all. And I'm so happy for you guys, because I don't think it's just because it's a keyword, it's because it's necessary, because we want to make things faster, more efficient, and clean. Your data is already clean, for one, because you guys have the hygiene tool, auto miner mixed inside there. But you guys really do some really great things with that data to make sure your customers are being taken care of, and the dealership is really taking care of the customers. So I love it.
Yeah, and I think the most exciting piece, and sometimes we have to do a better job at explaining and really being passionate about the fact that marrying that data point with your digital marketing strategy, right? So you have the CDP, obviously everyone's shopping for it, it's a big deal. We know that the industry needs it, and we're lucky to have it.
Right.
But now you have your digital marketing strategy, and you don't have to take it from one source and go to another source. You could all do it in one stop, one shop, and have it all in-house. That thing, for me, is the biggest thing that we're going to work on 2025, to just get it out and just get everyone excited about the fact that you can do it all in one stop, one shop here with PureCars.
I think that's awesome that you have that. Now, there's people that do stop by to get the demos. You got a few people that are coming in. I mean, it's like being on a good car lot on a good sale day, right?
Saturday,
taking these ups, right?
Absolutely.
Right. Happy Saturday, everybody. And there's no balloons around, so there may not be a big sale going on, but I think there actually is. But with that, when somebody does come in here, just like when they step onto a dealership lot, there's a few key pieces that end up happening, whether it's setting the expectation or doing a right fitting of understanding what the customer's needing and what they're wanting. What are one of the first things that you actually engage in when it comes to getting the demos? What are you seeing the dealers actually first get engaged with to hit their eyes with the wow?
I think, the biggest thing is just, what are they here for, right? You have so many solutions that you can actually shop for or talk to, but what's important to them? Like, what is this key strategy when you leave NADA on Sunday and you're back on that plane? Did you check all the boxes that you were here to do? And if that is a CDP, if that is marketing, if that is TrueCar, friends next door, like whatever it is that you're looking for, let's identify it first, so that way we're tailoring our presentation and our pitch to make sure that we're matching what you're looking for. That's the key piece. And then smile, energy, right? Like that's a big deal too, because obviously they're going to talk to 50, 60 people. You got to be ready to match that energy to say, hey, here's what we're passionate about, here's what we're doing, but most importantly is it matching what we're trying to do, what you're trying to do at your store.
I love that. I love that what you just said there, because you're trying to make sure you're speaking to them, that it pertains to them, right? Asking the right questions. It's basic salesmanship. If you ask the right questions, guided questions that take you to a direction you want to go, you'll find that you'll get there quicker. The person that you're dealing with, they'll take you more serious, and they're happy to answer it because they know that you care, more importantly. But again, when you're able to show them a presentation that is for them, not just a generic presentation that everybody sees, but one that's for them, they'll feel like it's personal. They'll feel like, hey, I need to look at this longer. Actually, they may even feel a little entitled to have to do something with you. I'm not trying to make people entitled, but it's just human nature to do things like that when it's catered for them. It's like showing up to somewhere and your name's on the board and you're like, man, I'm going to buy something here now, because that happens, right? So I love that. I love that you're doing that. That's actually, to me, it's another way to make sure that your data is clean. Having clean data when you talk to somebody, a prospect, is huge. It's not just what we have in our CRM, but how you for you even, speaking to the clients in here, the dealerships, you have to have clean data to be able to communicate with them.
You do, and then I think, making sure that it's the right message, right? Because sometimes if you don't have that data point clean and you don't have the right strategy, you only get, I'll ask you guys that question 2 or 3 times before you're like, you know what, I'm out. I'm no longer interested. You gave me with the wrong message. Maybe I no longer have that car. Maybe I'm just not in the marketplace. Maybe I just want to service my car at the dealership and I didn't know that I needed that. Making sure you have the right data that tells that right story is super important, especially in today's marketplace when we know loyalty is at an all-time low, right? Every consumer is okay with going to a Honda, even if they drove a Toyota for 2 years, 3 years. So you got to make sure that one shot at the plate is important, it's right, it's the right message, it's relevant, and it's with the right audience.
That's good stuff. Yeah. And what's so awesome about how you're explaining that is that literally is how PureCars operates.
Exactly.
We all have worked together for a while now, but we've spent some time with your teams being able to talk to them car guy language, right? Because there's sometimes a little bit of a gap between what people on the car lot think of, are concerned with, are worried about, and how they speak, as opposed to people from a technology company that speak all of their awesome technology stuff, and sometimes both will speak over each other's head because we're in a little bit of a different way that we handle stuff. But it's always been something that we've noticed you guys are consistently trying to feed yourself the data to be able to speak with the dealer. Why is it so important that you actually learn how to speak that car guy language for you all?
So I think, as our talent here is fantastic. I'm super excited to work with such a talented group, but the fact that they have the skin in the game, right? Understanding the days of what it is to be inside of a car dealership. I sold cars, my first job at 18. I came out of college, I'm like, hey, I don't have much money. I need to go in and just figure this out. I went into the dealership and it changed my life. And I've been indebted to the car dealership world for that, and I'm always happy. So when I get to interact in a different way with dealerships, I know what they go through. I know the struggle. Talking to a sales consultant inside a store and knowing that, hey, they got to grind it out, right? You got to match that energy. I started that, in our conversation earlier, but it's just matching that energy, understanding what the day-to-day looks like for a dealership, and then being able to translate the power of what we do to ensure that they succeed.
To solve the problem, because that's ultimately what we do, right? We solve problems.
Heck yeah, we do.
It's so much fun doing it. Right?
Yeah, it is.
That's what it is. We don't percolate problems. We brew solutions, and that's something big. Lou and I, we're on a quest to brew it the best, right? And so when we sit down with companies like PureCars or sit down with somebody like Jose, brother, you're speaking a really good game here, but I don't think it's game. I think it's truth, and I love that you're speaking truth. The encouragement. One thing I like, and I didn't know, is that you have dealership experience.
I do.
That's awesome. I've always been a big fan of people who've had their boots out there in March, like much different. When I was in the military, I used to love the officers that were actually once enlisted, because to me, they understood. They understood where we were at, right? They didn't just go to school and then get rank. They actually did it, right? And so much like you're able to do that, but also have that perspective and have that conversation. Hey, I know what it feels like, man. I know what it's like. Trust me, keep doing this. You're going to see these results because I had the results.
Exactly.
That's massive to be able to give that type of testimony to these clients.
It really is. And when you're sitting in a room, right, whether you're in Austin, Texas, that's home for me, right, where you're in a small rural area, you got to understand that no matter where you are, you're doing, the goal is the same. You're trying to sell a car, whether you're a sales consultant, you're a BDC agent, general manager, but you have to be able to understand their day-to-day and what you go through for them to buy into the strategy and solution that you're trying to give them.
Yeah, if consider somebody walking onto the lot. If you don't speak Spanish, them speaking Spanish.
That's right.
Speaking Korean. Whatever the case is, if you don't know their language, you can't communicate with them properly. We can do all of the hoops and the jumping through using a Google Translate or whatever we got to do. But the truth is the technology is here. And when we find the people that do have the experience, that language starts to get bridged. That conversation starts to actually turn into really brewing solutions, making something happen.
That's right. That's right. And I think one key point that you said there was the demographic aspect, like understanding going to the Valley in Texas, right? Or if you're in Miami, Florida, your strategy has to change. You have to be able to know and adapt to that customer, the demographic, the profile, to ensure that you're touching every single point strategically right, whether it's a Spanish campaign, whether it's a pre-roll that's going to attract to them, because they're just going to get excited about the fact that, hey, these people know me, they understand, they're talking my language, and now I'm going to go transact at that store. And I think here at PureCars, we're excited to be able to share that. You know, we can identify that data to ensure that we're doing exactly that.
Bingo. Again,
Yeah.
clean data matters. It really does. Like Riley would not be as good as she is if it wasn't for clean data. Seriously, it makes all the difference.
Yes, it really
And you
does.
guys have the best of the clean data in here right now, and I love that.
Speaking of clean, that's a clean
Yeah,
jacket, my man.
Just fly. Every time I've ever
he's
seen him,
rocking
he's been
right
flying.
now. Looking
I
good. And I
appreciate
like
it.
that
I
pin
tried.
too. That's a nice looking pin.
Yeah, my grandpa used to say just a little something from the back of the closet, right?
Yeah. That's 100%, right? No big deal.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. So no, we're excited. I think Riley is a product and a solution that we're so thrilled to be able to get on the road. And I'll be hitting the road. We leave NADA, and I'm going to go see all the dealers. And we really mean that. You know, the face-to-face value is bigger than ever before, right? So we're excited to get that solution out, talk to the clients about it, and we're going to hit the road with an amazing team to go hit a road show. Like, let's just go, you know, next week I'm headed to Jacksonville. We're going down to Tampa. We're going to go to California. I just got someone with Jersey. So my Southwest points are going to be great, and I'm excited to see it. But it's, again, matching the energy. We know how busy they are. We know how busy you guys are in the marketplace trying to sell cars. So we just got to make sure we're there spreading the message.
That's
Jose,
awesome.
you're smooth, brother.
Yeah, love it.
It really
Love
is.
it.
But folks,
He's
if
a
that's
car
what
guy.
you want,
He's a real car
if you
guy.
want somebody who's going to be working with your store, you want people who are confident about what they talk about with a smile on their face, excited about what they're doing, and again, have experience inside the store to know that it works, folks.
Yeah,
it's not just a theory, it's truth, and he understands that. So I love that, man. You're the full package, brother. Seriously.
Awesome, awesome. We
Yeah,
appreciate
thanks so
you.
much for the time. It was great, and you guys do so much for the industry, helping
thank
them
you.
understand and know exactly what is out there, what the hard work that, I mean, obviously our marketers, right? Shout out to our marketing team. They do a fantastic job getting you guys here. But man, it's so much, right?
There's a lot.
You go through, like today I was talking to somebody and they were like, we're in booth number 8,000. I'm like, oh, I thought it was 5,000. You know, it's a big event. So
It
just
is.
Yes.
being able to have the platform that you guys have to be able to spread that message and show the value that it's all through here. And I think Aaron shared this yesterday, like make sure you get to those booths because that garage idea that is back there, at one point it's going to be here today, but they're also, they need the love as well, and go out
They
and
do.
see them too.
That's
So,
right.
They
And
do.
then next time you come back, they might have a
Maybe
big,
yeah.
giant
Yeah.
booth.
I'm
right?
gonna tell you, I've
never
seen a
know.
lot of these booths that were small booths at one time, and now, even just in the last 5 years, I've seen them go from the small corner booth to one of these big ones, and it's an amazing thing to see.
It's a proud
Even
moment.
PureCars is growing a lot too, so
Absolutely.
it's awesome. And,
Yeah.
and you know, it's awesome to see it keep growing. I can't wait to see what the next 5 years look like.
Yeah.
Really, I can't wait to see what by the end of 25 what it's going to look like,
Yeah.
because I think Riley's going to be everywhere.
Absolutely.
there's gonna
And
be-
we're excited to get it out.
Heck yeah.
100%.
Well, we are excited to tell the whole world once again, if you didn't already know, that PureCars is 100%
CGC approved. That's
We're so
right.
thankful to be teamed up with awesome people that are doing awesome stuff in the industry. You too can go do awesome things by making sure that you do continue to follow the podcast. Go to carguycoffee.com, get you a few extra brews. But yes, we are, Jose, on a quest to brew with the best. And you have enhanced the quality of Car Guy Coffee just by being on the show today. And we're
Yes.
so thankful
Thank
for
you,
that.
guys.
Now, there is one last thing that we got to do.
Yeah. What's
We
that?
got to drop those F-bombs.
All right,
These
let's do
aren't
it.
going to be the F-bombs that offend the moms.
All
This is
right.
going to be forgive, focus,
Focus.
fly, so we can keep growing.
All
So
right.
help us out.
All
Loud
right.
and proud on 3, everybody. 1, 2, 3.
Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing, keep growing.
I'm Lou Ramirez, the car guy,
And I'm Fred Lennartz, subprime hero.
and you've been brewing solutions on the Car Guy Coffee podcast at the Pure Cars booth for NADA 2025 with the one,
the only
Jose Gomez. Thank you so much. We appreciate
Thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you,
We'll see
brother.
you soon, everybody. We out.
Man,
All right,
thank you.
brother. Yeah.